Well, hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly drunk, Alex.
Mostly drunk.
Mostly drunk.
Never mandatory, but always encouraged. I'm Jedi Master Grayson. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host and brother Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing good, doing great. How are you out there, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing in the world?
Yeah, how are you guys doing out there in YouTube land? I'm personally doing tip-top. Best day of my life. We please hold your applause till the end.
Shut up.
Best day of my life. Have an amazing night tonight. We are talking the beauty. We are talking a night of the 7 kingdoms, or maybe
9.
9. I don't know. And as always, we're talking shit. But talking shit is always better with friends, and he's basically family, but y'all just hate him because he's light skinned. What is up, Antonio? We had a bet on what your name was going to be tonight.
Yeah. What were the runner-ups?
Well,
honorable mention. What was it?
oh shit!
Hold on. No. It's I just don't want to say it wrong. Oh, it's but Benjamina Button.
That was a pretty good one, but I mean, we finally got our Cyclops' name. I felt honor bound to give him the recognition.
No.
Yes,
Well, that had happened. That had not happened yet. We had not found that out yet.
correct. Yep.
At that time in the episode, so I was definitely like, "Hey!" I was watching it right before we got on here, and Alex was sitting there next to me, and I said, "I bet you Jeff's name's gonna be that's gonna happen." It didn't.
It did not.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Have you ever watched a movie from your childhood that doesn't quite hold up like you remember? Well, you would enjoy our monthly series, Does It Hold Up?, where we revisit classic genre films with a special guest to help us determine if they're as good or as bad as we remember. It's a whole lot of fun, so you should check it out.
Please check out the Drunk Banthas channel. They clearly are ready for being seen at a higher level.
Yes, right. We have a new episode of Does It Hold Up? It's going to be dropping this weekend, so look out for that. We're going to be covering Steel with 9 from 9 Nerd Yards in honor of Black History Month, because who goes through Black History Month without watching the famous Shaquille
9
O'Neal
Nerd Yards.
classic?
I mean, oh yeah, sorry.
Steel.
I was thinking, who doesn't watch 9 Nerd Yards during Black History Month?
Literally nobody.
The whites.
Yeah, if you don't watch 9 Nerd Yards during Black History Month, you are legally racist. But yeah, definitely check
They passed new legislation.
Damn, I guess I gotta go watch.
Gotta go watch before you still got time. The month's not over.
Your blackness and your
It's not a
racism.
leap year. You've only got 5 days.
Right. And your blackness and racism are safe at this point in time. But the timely filing limit is coming upon us.
Coming upon us. Yeah, watch Steel.
All upon us. Calling all upon us.
Watch
Coming.
Steel. Watch Steel this month. Watch Steel this month. Last month we had Balls of Fury. Next month we're gonna be talking The Mummy from 1999 with our buddy and actor Haley Hayes. In celebration of the new Mummy movie that's coming out.
Is that the Brendan Fraser one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm amazed it would have had a low enough score to qualify.
Yeah,
buddy.
It's a D student. Yeah.
That's why we do the show. That's why we play the game, baby.
But you know what? Maybe I'm forgetting how good it was. I wonder. I wish there was a way I could find out.
Oh, you will find out very soon.
That's right.
Also, goodness.
We got some. Which one is Jeff on? Is Jeff coming on one? Jeff's coming on one.
Have we done
Sure.
one this year?
It's been a minute.
This year.
No, I'm saying we don't have him scheduled for one.
I think I've been busy being a bad friend.
Pretty
sure.
Speaking about being bad friends, we haven't shouted out Fifth Bantha or Simulation.
What up,
Presents.
Fifth Bantha? What up,
Oh,
Phil?
sorry.
What up?
What up, Simulation Presents? What up, Fifth Bantha? Yeah, we got a lot of really fun episodes that doesn't hold up coming out this year. So keep your ear to the ground. We'll definitely be posting.
Keep your ear to your earbud or your television screen or your computer.
Yeah.
To the ground.
Yeah, metaphorically keep your ear to the ground. Keep physically keep your ear wherever it is safe.
Is that for like horses?
Yeah, maybe.
No, it's from Native Americans allegedly. He put their ear to the ground.
Yeah. Well, yeah, not because they were listening for like other people walking. They were listening for horses.
Listening for horses or general cattle, buffalo.
That's right.
Fifth Banthas said, I haven't been on one in a min.
Dude, yeah.
You need to fix that.
Definitely need to fix that.
Oh, you mean
by the way, if
on a horse?
Yeah, he hasn't been on a horse in a while.
By the way, if y'all watching have suggestions, fucking leave them in the comments.
Yeah, man, leave them in the comments. Which one do you want to see Jeff Slave drive on? What's the?
I mean, it's not the exact way I would have put it, but it's not that far off.
We do this for free, guys. Push the goddamn
shit. Also want to remind you guys that this Saturday we have the Drunk Banthas Awards show, aka the Drunkies.
Hold on, everybody.
Oh, sorry.
You gotta give us like 10 seconds of this.
That's right. The Drunk
Banthas. Can't hear you.
That's right. The Drunk Banthas Awards show is this Saturday, our 4th annual award show that's great, wacky, weird, and wonderful movies and TV shows from last year. We have a lot of wonderful nominees. Unfortunately, the voting polls are closed, but you can still tune in this Saturday to see who has won based off of the voting of you guys, the audience, fans. We will be live this Saturday, which we can check out that show. But the next week we will have a more truncated, edited version of the episode that will be available on the channel. But if you want to see all
the truncated,
yeah,
okay, making sure people didn't hear the wrong word.
That Trump.
No, Trump-cated is what I was trying to make sure that you did.
Oh, Trump-baited, got it.
Yeah. Trump-baited.
But yeah, definitely tune in to that live show this Saturday. It's always a fun time.
Tune in this Saturday, 2026. Drunkies.
Also want to remind you guys,
I'm your host, by the way. I'll be the host.
Unique categories. You're not going to get in other reward shows.
And this year we will have surprise guest presenters. So come on through. Jeff might be there.
Come on, Brad Pitt.
We might just if you guys aren't, if no one's watching, we'll just get Jeff to do a 2-hour Jeff's Comic Book Corner. And we'll just pre-record the rest.
Go through that
That's a good idea. If not enough people tune in, we will decide to do something that will lose viewers.
We will just all read books silently.
Yeah, not out loud.
Like, if I can't have you, no one can. I'll just kill you with boredom.
Just say, oh,
issue 1 of the Dark Phoenix Saga. I also want to remind you guys that this Wednesday, my review of One Battle After Another is coming out, and it's also like a pseudo response to YouTuber FD Signifier.
Yeah, it's more of a response. Kind of already reviewed it.
Actually, I didn't. I mean, I did like a 1-minute review.
Didn't we do a review?
I don't think so. Maybe you did on the Bantha Bunch, but so yeah, this Wednesday I'll be doing dropping a review of that, and it's also a response to FD Signifier. He had a review. We had multiple reviews with several heated thoughts about that movie, and this is just a response to that. And this
you can just tell us you're calling him a bitch. It's fine.
Damn.
This is a video. That's
shout out to FD if he's watching right now.
Yeah, this is the first video that I've made that is guaranteed to satisfy no one. So I'm very excited.
No, it's not.
Well, just one person. This guy.
There you go.
But yeah, tune in this Wednesday and check that out. But let's go ahead and move it on to our first topic of the night. Let's take a little stroll down Jeff's comic book corner. Jeff, what are you going to be talking about today?
So, while I don't have the physical copy, we're doing some more Batman Beyond Static Shock. So, Batman Static Beyond. Again, jumping back into this, I mentioned it last week. I'm just going to say it again. 2 of my favorite of the WB cartoons from when I was younger, and I'm so glad they're finally teaming up. I think it's just long overdue. Anyway, if you'll remember last time, it was a crazy issue last time. It started with Static and the members of the Justice League kind of like getting ready to do their first light speed travel in space, but then it jumps right back into Gotham, where we see this new type of energy, Q energy or whatever the shit they called it, getting ready to be rolled out and used. And like pretty much anything, people had some thoughts about it. Some people are sitting here all about this new good energy source. Other people are sitting there like, no, it's terrible. It's bad for the environment. We can't use it. But the one thing that we know is it's the same energy that made the Bang Babies. So when we left off, the Jokers had just decided to come on in and blow up random shit. And Terry and Max's friend Melvin just got dosed in all of that liquid out of one of those Q batteries. So when we pick up here, we got Terry flying around still looking for his buddy Melvin. And we actually have Max on comms again saying, Terry, come on, you got to cut it out. You got to calm down. You got to come back. And Terry's like, no, I got to find him. She's saying something that I had never thought of before, which is she goes, Terry, the suit's going to run out of power. You need to come back. You got the Batwing searching as well. That's fine. But something that logically we should think about, but I never have. Yeah, this suit has to be powered. The Batman Beyond suit has extra muscles in it. It's got flight capabilities. It's got all this stuff. It's clearly, powered on by, I assume electricity. I don't know what else. So anyway, Terry finally listens to Max, and he's like, all right, fine, I'm coming in. And he's like, you tell me, you got to find something. Like, we don't even know if he's alive. And Max is doing her hacker thing, searching the grid. She's like, I still haven't found him. Like, I don't know what to tell you. There's no calls going from his phone, nothing like that. Emergency response, they're going through the wreckage, but we still haven't found him. And then we cut to this image of Melvin actually in the hospital. And we see this weird energy or light or something going around him, but we don't know much about it yet. From there, we cut back to the Batcave. And at this point, Static is on a call with Terry, and he's basically just giving Terry shit. And he's like, how could you let this happen? What are you doing over there? Jokers? Of all people, you let Jokers destroy the stuff? He's like, hey, you know what? You weren't even here. And Static's like, I don't think you understand how big of a deal this is. Like, these Q tanks, like, we had safety measures, yours weren't set up because your site wasn't set up yet. You should have protected it. Like, this isn't just, these tanks aren't just like random like petroleum or stuff. It's this Q juice is what gave me my powers. But I was a lucky one. The other Bang Babies, they're not so lucky. He's like, God, do you at least know if anyone got exposed to it? And Terry's like, I think so. I think this kid I went to school with. And Static's, he pulls it back and he's like, listen, I'm sorry I'm coming off harsh, man. But, like, this is a big deal. These mutations that the Bang Babies get, they go out of control and fast. And a lot of them are extra troublesome. And so he's like, get on it, man. And Terry's just sitting there and he gets off. He's like, dude, what is going on? He's like, God, do all old people suck? And he turns to Bruce. He's like, I thought you would help me. And Bruce Wayne standing in the background being all old. What was his name? The voice actor, Kevin Conroy? Yeah. Being all old and Kevin Conroy is just like, I thought you would have done it for yourself. Speaking of which, get out there. Go find your guy. So from there, we cut back to the hospital. And now we got some orderlies trying to take care of Melvin, and they're like, oh, like he looks cold, like give him a blanket or blah, blah, blah. they're like, uh-oh, like, oh, he's coming too. And they're like, what's going on? And they're sending, like, they're going over with some machines and stuff to, like, check his vitals and stuff. And Melvin's like, no, it hurts. Get away. And they're like, what? And they're like, robot, go make sure the patient's safe because future robot doctors. And Melvin's like, no. And he just, like, screams as the robot gets closer and closer. And all of a sudden there's just a flash of light and all the technology in the room is just dead. So Melvin, against all medical advice, gets up and he leaves. And he goes back home. And when he gets home, he tries to open his door, but again, he touches it, and everything in the future is all tech. He touches it, and it zaps out like it's not working. And now he's in pain, but he's also getting angry, and he's pounding out. He's like, "Mom, Dad!" He's pounding out. He's like, "I can't get in," and he's like, "I can't get," and he slams on his hands on the ground and screams, "In!" And it's like he explodes all this energy out of him. And this one's extra weird because not only, like, before we saw, okay, energy turns off technology, right? No, this time it, like, teleports him outside of Neo Gotham to the cabin he was talking about in the last issue. So, like, this isn't Neo Gotham. This isn't suburbs. This is out where in this future he's away from technology. So, like, he didn't just, like, hop, skip, and a jump like maybe he blacked out and electricity powers flew a little bit. Like, no. Dude straight up Nightcrawler bamfed out of there. So Melvin passes out at the cabin. And after that, Terry still looking for Melvin. And Terry, and this is one of the parts I like about this issue. We see it sometimes, but it's not as often with McGinnis. But we see him out there. This is detective. Batman's a detective. So yeah, Terry's going hospital to hospital, and he finally gets to this one. It was the one Melvin was in. He's like, "Hey, like, I'm looking for my friend." And they're like, we can't really give out information. And one doctor's like, "Oh, that kid? Oh man, I saw that kid." So remember, in the future, HIPAA, not that important. Anyway, and the guy's like, "Hey, it was the weirdest thing. Like, he left against advice, but what's weirder is all the technology in the room was like inert. None of it was working. We don't know." And Terry's like, "Okay, thanks." And he walks out. He's like, "Shit." And gets in touch with Max. He's like, "I think Melvin's infected." So from there, we cut back to the cabin. And Melvin's in the cabin, and he's coming to, like, he had to break in and everything. He's just trying to figure out what's going on. He's like, okay, I don't know what's going on. Like, when I'm around technology, it hurt. Like, out here, like, there's still some pain, but it's way less than there was before. And he notices this tablet on the table, and he's like, okay, gotta call Mom and Dad. And he goes and he picks up the tablet, and the second he picks it up, and it falls to the ground and shatters. And again, every time he tries to touch this technology, something it not only does it hurt him, it drains all of its energy, it breaks it, but then the pain slowly goes away. And he's sitting there and he's like, this has to be because of that Q juice that got on me. And he starts remembering, like, what was it that my buddy at the school said? And he's remembering back to his friend, and the guy's like, yeah, like, they got the grid running on all of this, and that stuff is awful for you. Like, that was what made Bang Babies. Like, it's the worst. We don't want it in Gotham, right? And he's just sitting there. He's like, oh, shit, whatever's on me. They made me a freak. I'm a freak, and it's their fault. So back in detective mode, Terry and now Max as well are actually talking to that same guy at school that Melvin was remembering earlier. And they're sitting there, and they're like, hey, like, you're part of the anti-Q juice bit program, right? And they're like, do you remember Melvin, like, skinny kid? You used to hang out with him, and they start arguing, and this guy's like, whatever, Q. I mean, I barely remember him, but, like, man, his parents were up in that Q grid stuff. They're part of the problem. And Max is sitting there. She's like, what are you talking? There's rolling blackouts, and this is something that, again, I keep finding interesting because there's only 3 issues out right now. So they're pretty up to date on their stuff because Max goes, with data centers hogging juice, lots of folks can't pay for consistent power or network access. We're getting blackouts once a month. What's crazy? Art's imitating real well there. Yeah. But anyway, so they're just arguing. So they're arguing back and forth, and he's like, listen, all I'm saying is this amazing new clean energy, no one knows where it comes from. The only thing we do know is, hey, when it spilled in Dakota 30 years ago, it almost destroyed the entire place. So I'm just saying. Anyway, after that, so Max and Terry are like, oh, we're concerned, and we're going to talk more about this. Meanwhile, in Dakota, Static is walking and talking, and he's actually like getting like these orbs are actually like recording him. Like this is like a news interview, and he's walking with Rocket from the Icon and Rocket days. And he's sitting there and he's talking. He's like, some of you know me from like being a superhero. Some of you know me because I'm a physicist. But what you guys, regardless of that, before all that stuff, I was just a proud Dakotan. And, and me and Mayor Raquel Irvin, you might have known as Rocket, we've seen some tough times. And basically, Verge is just kind of given a quick little breakdown of, we had some bad times. The Q's juice or whatever blew up, and then bang babies, and that was bad. But we came together and we built back up because you know what? Regardless of what anyone the government wanted to take us out, like they were kidnapping people off the streets, but no, Dakota's strong, and you know what? We build it. We do it ourselves. So he's just trying to really get this, get it up and going because again, this Q juice, this Q energy, this Q grid is controversial. So he's talking, he's like, and like we got the best scientists. Like I was talking about it with my old mentor, Curtis Metcalf. And we see a picture of real young Virgil with Curtis, who he was like the Iron Man. I forget the name of his superhero character, but he was like the Iron Man of the Milestone universe. And then he's like, and that work's being continued by my good friend, Richie Stone, the little white blonde kid from the cartoons. He's like, can you believe we've been friends since high school? Oh, man, yeah, look, so like I know some people are worried, but we got this covered. We got the best minds on it. And then from there, Raquel, a.k.a. Rocket, takes over. And she's addressing it. She's like, because here's the thing. She's the mayor now. She's like, listen, I know, I walk around the city, and, I think of, like, the old days. And I remember, my mentor, Icon, I was like, why do you do it? Why do you defend these people and all this? And Icon said he used to describe their work as a challenge to be of service to humanity. And she's like, and that's actually why now I'm like, yeah, I was Rocket, but now I'm the mayor because that's how I can be of service to humanity. But, like, I'm still proud of, like, our superheroes of Dakota Strong. And, like, we got our guy Beacon, who I don't know anything about him except that's him. But I guess he's the current Milestone Beyond hero. And she's like, and, together, all of us, we're gonna make Dakota the better place. We're going to get this energy revolution going and all that. So they finished their press junket, and then we got Static and Terry talking again. And now Terry's like, listen, man, I've been trying to get in touch with you. And Stack's like, well, maybe if you had done what you were supposed to earlier, that wouldn't have happened. And Terry just like looks at the dog. He's like, are all people dicks? Anyway, Terry starts reporting. He's like, listen, multiple of those Q tanks have been hit. And we see Stargirl like investigating one. And he's like, they're getting taken down over and over, not just like drained, but like going completely offline. And Stack's like, what? That shouldn't be possible. Like, we have sensors and security, that it should have picked up everything. And Terry's like, yeah, man, I don't know what to tell you. All we know is they keep going down. And the only thing that we know is some masked guy has been out there. And we see this like guy with a mask, and it's like the little like red circle of death from the old Xbox. And Terry's explaining to him like, yeah, and not only that, it gets worse. It looks like they're moving towards Dakota. And Static's like, oh, God, okay, well, luckily I'm here, and me and the hitters in Dakota, we can keep an eye on this stuff. You stay home. Like, like you did fine on the briefing and everything, but no more. You don't come over here. This is my town. I got this. And I'm sorry, that's when Terry just looks to Ace and he's like, why are all people such jerks? So from there, we get a view of Melvin, now in his obvious villain arc. I don't know how he got that villain swag so quickly, but he did. So he's in Dakota now, and Dakota's got this bridge, this beautiful bridge that is made out of like hard light, which is just every comic book and sci-fi is like, we'll find a way to tap into light and make constructs out of it. So they made a bridge. And Melvin's sitting here, he's like, these freaks did this to me. And you know what? Like, the more I'm near this technology, the more it hurts, but like I can stop it. And so like he jumps up and he goes and he like flies up onto this bridge. And when he gets up there, there's all these cars honking and everything. And they're like, what are you doing, idiot? Get off the bridge. And Melvin's sitting there and he's like, you can't talk to me. You don't know. He's like, it's just, there's too much. The Q energy is too much. I just gotta stop it. And he drains all the Q energy from everything around. And remember, this bridge was made of hard light, which was made up of that energy. So the second he does that, all these cars are fucked. Every single one's fallen. Luckily, Dakota's newest hero, Beam, I don't remember his name. He seems stupid. He comes in and he starts catching the cars and like throwing them all over every which way. And he's like, oh, good Beacon, excuse me. He's like, thank God I'm here. I'll stop you, villain. And Melvin's just like, shut up. And he basically just backhands him because he can tell that the energy that is powering Beacon is the same energy that made him, the same energy that he's been draining, the same energy that's been hurting him. So Beacon immediately gets slapped down. So next up, we got Static, and I don't know what the hell Richie's wearing here. That's Richie, little white blonde boy. In the Flash Iron Man, the Flyer Man, I don't know. But they're like, all right, we'll go. We got to take care of this. And so they get out. And they're going after him. And they get up, and they're up and at the bridge already. And they're starting to go in on Melvin. But Static, he can already tell. He's like, uh-oh, no. This guy, I can feel it. I can feel that he's like a power sponge. I can feel he's draining the energy from everything. So he's like, Richie, stay back, man. This is a bad. Oh, I'm sorry, Gear. Richie's name is Gear. He's like, Gear, don't get too close. We don't know what this guy can do. And Richie's like, I got it. I'm a hero now. I've got this fancy suit. So he starts like throwing darts. He's like, doop, 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 doop. And yeah, Melvin's like, okay. And just stops the darts in midair. And Richie's like, oh, well, how about this then? And he tries like hitting him with, I don't know, like a lightning whip. At which point Melvin basically catches it and immediately completely drains everything out of, I'm trying to remember what his stupid name is. Everything out of Richie's Gear costume. And after Richie's dropped, Static comes in, And by the way, Adult Static, I know we went over this last time. Adult Static is a badass. And he's like, hey, calm down. Listen, you made some mistakes. We can stop. We can go. I can help. I'll do what I can. But you got to stand down. You keep doing this, things are going to go badly for you. You don't know what you're doing, friend. And that's when Melvin's like, oh, no, your friend. You did this. You freaks all did this to me. And Stag's like, all right, Melvin, it's okay. Calm down. He's like, and that's when Melvin goes full evil villain monologue. He goes, Melvin got sick of no one listening. Melvin's not here. The only thing left is shut down. So Melvin's name is shut down now. And Stag's getting ready to attack, and Stag's just all of a sudden is like, oh no. And he sees the Batwing up ahead, overhead, and Terry coming in and just kapow, punch to the face, and obviously, Batman can punch. Batman knows what he's doing. Here's the issue. Stag's like, what are you doing? I told you to stay back. Batman, you got to back off. You got to get out of here. And Terry's not really listening, but he should be, because Static says it pretty plain. He says, he'll short out your entire suit. His power is draining all of the energy. But Terry's not listening. He's punching, and, Static tries to come in and do stuff, and Shutdown's like, fuck this. And he punches Static in the face hard, which is a bit surprising for a little high school boy. And Melvin, in response, goes, full on unleashes everything. Clearly more than he knew, because we see this like Akira energy ball. And it turns out not only did he drain all of the energy out of Dakota, he also drained all of the energy out of Neo Gotham and Metropolis. So not only did shut down Awaken's powers, he is way stronger than anyone gave him credit for. And the two people fighting him, they kind of need energy if they're going to be able to fight him back. And that's the end of issue 2.
Damn, bro. That was a crazy ass issue.
And that's an ongoing series. Only issue 3 is out right now.
Yeah, like I mentioned this last week, but I was gonna get that issue, but I decided on Harriet Tubman, Demon Hunter instead.
I mean, like, if you want to be sexist, whatever.
That comic run looks honestly like so cool. The art is spectacular.
I mean, I feel like it's so hard to go wrong with Static. He's such an awesome character. And yeah, I get it. Like, it was a milestone character, but come on. DC, you absorbed it for a reason. Use him.
Yeah, utilize all these amazing characters that you have. What was his name? Because I just looked it up.
Sorry, shut down Icon. Hardware. That was Curtis Metcalf's name. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, because I was like, oh man, I remember this, but not really. Yeah, Icon, Rocket. Thankfully we had the Young Justice TV show that included Icon and Rocket. That was like the only real time that we got them integrated in a media outside of the comic books. But hopefully in live action, they take advantage. We get an
fingers
Icon.
And toes crossed. Well, we're hoping that this comic goes well. And that because there's talk of bringing, starting to utilize Milestone more. Mm-hmm. So hopefully if this one goes well, we'll at least get a Static book in the normal DC continuity. Just running out, like with the regular books right now, which if that happens, because that's the other thing. They're doing the whole fight for DC KO. Darkseid's dead. We're fighting. Who's going to get the power of Apocalypse? Yeah, it's
almost spring. It's about that time.
Well, but here's the thing. Granny Goodness, while all the heroes are off doing Darkseid's tournament, she's like, I'm going to go destroy Earth. And in that, evidently Static appeared to stand up to her. So what we're hoping is between that and this, that DC gets enough sales that they're like, oh, we should do Static because we need money.
You know what? I have heard that the comic books have been sort of a barometer for sort of a testing ground for seeing what kind of movies they want to do for. I've heard that about Marvel. Like I've heard that because they've been Magic has been a very popular character in the comic books recently. They're like speculating that she's going to be an important character when they actually introduce the X-Men into the MCU, which I'm not mad at that at all.
Sounds like tits. Oh, sounds like tits.
Right? Like actual factual.
I mean, it'll be especially cool if they explore Magic's whole thing was she was trapped in limbo for like a decade. And part of what's so cool is that's where she got her magic sword from. Mm-hmm. But one of the other cool things is it's later determined Nightcrawler, when he bamps, it's actually that he's traveling really fast through limbo. And that's what and so he and Magic get a huge, really cool run because of that.
Okay.
It's Magic.
That's so cool. And I feel like with Magic, and we'll move on to our next topic because
Magic Johnson.
We can't talk about comic books all night, I guess.
Disagree.
The great thing about Magic Johnson is, but no, like the great thing about her is that you could
sounds like he had a superpower.
Yeah. The great thing about her is that you could use her like a Wolverine, where you could just introduce her now, and you could just be like, oh, she's a really cool character with a past, and you don't have to get into that past until later on if you don't want to. You don't have to make it like an origin story right off the bat.
And the cool thing is, if you do well, I think isn't Dark Suns or Midnight Suns? I think Midnight Suns is in the workings right now, and I think she's a big part of that.
Oh,
So that'd be a good way to bring her in. And then her brother is Colossus, so that's a way to bring in mutants, the other mutants as well.
that'd be cool. Books Girls in person.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
Team Milioti, the surprise guest. No, she was busy, unfortunately. We asked
You're
her.
not supposed to say that. Surprise guest.
Well, now I'm not watching.
Yeah, see? Surprise guest is going to have.
Well, we
Surprise.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I
You've
didn't know that
ruled
rule,
one
so.
person out now. Now you've ruled a person out. This ain't Clue.
Yeah. Now there's only everybody else in the world that you guys have to choose from. But let's go ahead and move on to our next topic of the night. We are talking about FX's original series. That's right. Episode 6. Beautiful living rooms.
Beautiful living rooms.
This
beautiful living room.
Interesting
living
episode.
room.
Cooper takes Jordan to a safe home where she confesses her love for him. This still feels like the virus is motivating.
Episode
her.
7.
Episode 6. I thought. No, is
Seven.
it episode 7?
7, yeah.
Oh, okay, it's episode 7. But yeah, so anyway, Cooper takes Jordan to the safe house where she confesses her love for him. It does feel like the virus is motivating her to seduce Cooper. What do you guys think about this? Like their relationship so far in the episode?
They were already together, so I don't know if she's trying to seduce him because of the virus as much as she's just horny and
I mean, I think
can't give it to nobody else.
Well, like you had mentioned in the last. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What are you about to say, Jeff?
I was just, I think pre-beauty Jordan, we were able to tell like she liked him, but like the whole like then she slept with the guy that gave her the beauty. That was clearly because she was afraid of them getting too close. I don't think anyone would disagree on that. And I don't know if I'd say that it seems like it's the beauty making her like try and push more for this. I think it's probably more like the beauty, like. I think it's like a drug in the sense that it just lowers her inhibitions as well. So throw that with her already complicated feelings, and she's like scared, and now she's feeling safe. I think just all of it together in a situation where she would normally be like, nope, let's deal with this. Let's keep a lid on that. Right now, she's like, whatever I'm feeling, let's just feel the feelings and let's act on them,
Yeah. That does make sense, especially since the cute moment that we get with them later. I was kind of hoping that it was the virus because we do get sort of moments earlier on in the season where she seems like she isn't as romantic or susceptible to. Oh, you can hear me?
I can.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you now. I mean, it wasn't. I can hear you, but
Can you hear me now?
But yeah, it just seemed like it was I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, like I will.
You were hoping it wasn't that it like you were saying she didn't seem like as romantic before.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't seem like she was as romantic before, compared to Evan Peters' character, and maybe just
Agreed.
like the dramatic situation is just having her look at everything in a different.
but
way.
also, it's not really romance. It's horny. Like it makes you. If we've noticed anything, it makes you more horny.
Well, but
Yeah,
we've only
I
seen those
I think-
characters.
But I'm saying, but because, well, every character we've seen, it's made horny. So I mean, we don't know what it did to the child because child was 8 or whatever. What?
Well, I don't think it made her parents horny, and I mean, like the people that we've seen change.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that the kid made anybody horny. I'm
No,
saying
I'm
that
saying
I don't know
Yeah,
if I don't know what happened with the kid is what I'm saying. We didn't get any baseline information, but we do know that everyone else that we've seen for this episode has been ultra horny. And
actually no.
Who have we seen that hasn't been ultra?
Okay, so think of the people that we've seen that are immediately horn dogs. That's Ashton and Jeremy. But Jeremy was an incel. And the entire point of all this was to get hot so he could finally fuck. And Ashton was the richest guy in the world who thinks that everything belongs to him no matter what anyway, period. So if we look at other people, if we look at Jordan, she immediately reacted with fear and went on the run. If we look at, and I wasn't saying the girl, I was saying her parents, they weren't horny at all. They were so happy to see each other and more happy to see their daughter. But then, and I think this is the big one, the guy who, remember, he was at the magazine and the girl exploded and the blood went in his eye, and then like while Evan Peters was with him, like in the facility, that's when he changed. He wasn't horny at all. He was straight like roiding out, rage baiting, not rage baiting. Like he was straight like roid raging.
Yeah, but so. We don't know what the parents were doing, but I can show you what they did hold on to each other's hands, which they couldn't stand each other 42 minutes before that TV time. And like she was just talking about how she should have never fucked him when he was old. Like they clearly got more attracted to each other because they looked better, because they couldn't stand each other before that. But then because if they even, no matter how bad your life is because your child is going through something, if you love each other or if you like each other, you're not going to talk to each other the way that those people were talking to each other. So
I'm going to disagree with you.
Well, look, there's therapy we can all go through if we have to have those relationships. Is actually something that's supposed to happen, but. The two FBI agents have had a sexual relationship that existed before the beauty. All that is going to do is exasperate that. So when we're talking about these two and whether or not she is trying to seduce him, I'm going with no, because it's the beauty, not
the Jordan.
Not your beauty.
Later on, Byron visits Agent Meyer and his wife Juliana, offering to cure their daughter Joey of her progeria using the beauty, plus doses for them.
Sorry,
rim shot. Plus doses for them and financial compensation in exchange for shutting down the FBI investigation and handing over Cooper. And they accept Byron's deal. This was an interesting. Aspects of the story, just because, like, you know, it answered some questions and it raised more questions for me, because, you know, like it does get into how it could be an application for curing these life-threatening diseases that affect you so drastically physically. But it also kind of raises some questions, like we hear One-Eyed Assassin say at some point that the beauty
we have his name now.
Nite. Oh, Antonio.
Thank you.
That's another one of my horny. Oh
yeah, he's horny for sure.
Yeah.
Well, he's horny for murder.
He's horny for everything.
But we hear him say that it pretty much, like the way that the beauty works, it kind of freezes you in time. And I'm curious, does that mean that little baby Joey is going to be like Kirsten Stewart in Interview with the Vampire, or she's going to be a child for the rest of her life? What do you guys think? Is she just stuck like this? Is this kind of going to be the tragic backfires of the beauty?
I was wondering the same thing when that happened. And then the other part I was wondering is, like, because I was also wondering, you guys see what's it called? The Guillermo del Toro vampire show, The Strain.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
So, like, part of that was like, if they would, like, the vampires would infect people, but like they'd be like too old or too frail or something, so they wouldn't be able to turn. So, like, a part of me was also like, oh man, it's going to be like the beauty's like the most beautiful thing for her is death. I was also like, uh-oh. But no, yeah. So, like you, my immediate work, like when we saw her with the little Susie Q's or the Betty Boop, not the Betty Boops, Shirley Temples.
Shirley Temples.
When we saw her with the little Shirley Temples, I was like, so is this it? Is it like, hey, you're cured? Enjoy being 12 for the next 87 years.
Well, that's the question right here. Is Fifth Bantha has here. He says, "I have a question that I may have just missed. Once infected, do you continue to age, or will the girl be ate forever, like Interview with a Vampire?" And yeah, the Antonio, he already said it. Like he said, you're now in somewhat of a time machine. You're stuck in time.
Yeah.
Like you will never see much change. But who knows? Like Dracula, he ages if he doesn't like have blood, right? So
but then he reverts back.
I'm just saying, but he can't die. But when he drinks blood, he reverts back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a certain thing like this. Like, well, if you don't have the beauty, you'll age, but you won't ever be able to die unless something kills. You know, unless something hits you, you get your head chopped off.
You won't die of old age, but
I'm saying it'd be interesting. I don't know.
I would think if anything, I would think like, so she said she's a teenager, not a baby anymore. Let's say she's 13 then. I'm more wondering like, okay, so like say when she's 18, time-wise, like I would assume, I would think it would maybe be something like, all right, when she's 18 time-wise, she still looks like this, like the 13 version of herself. But then if she gets another shot of the beauty, then it's like, oh, that's good enough. You know, like that, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Because
I think she won't make it that far because she's gonna blow up.
Thank God. She was supposed to die. It was the natural order.
yeah, like shout outs to like the whole
Death. Agreed.
Shout outs to Death. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Never late.
Comes to your next metal album. Shout outs to Death.
Never late is the whole. That's the name of the first
number one single.
This song is never late. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh god.
I think it's a good time to move on. Elsewhere, Jeremy the assassin to reveal his history and name. Antonio and the two bond over similar family trauma. I did really like this scene. The actor who's playing new Jeremy. I really
weird bond in time. It's time to be weird.
Yeah. And I really appreciated like the actor's performance and how much
he did good.
Yeah, and how much he sounds like old Jeremy. Like I didn't appreciate as much in this episode where I was like, oh, he actually sounds like the actor from
I thought he always sounded like the actor from the first, because he just always sounded like a bitch.
Bro, he's a producer on the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He shouldn't have been. He shouldn't exist anymore. He should.
Well, so here's the thing. He's got.
Not exist anymore.
This is his 10th acting credit.
Oh, black.
So he's only got 10 acting credits, 2 producer credits, 1 writer credit, and a whole bunch of self.
Okay.
Yeah, he must be rich.
Or like best friends with Ryan Murphy.
Right?
Yeah, how you keep getting producer credits for stuff that he's
when you're beautiful.
He's in just playing himself. Like he's got a whole bunch of producer credits in stuff playing himself.
Well, the actor's name is Jeremy.
Oh, see, yeah, he got some.
Oh, wow.
Maybe it's a Tony Danza situation where he can't remember his own name unless somebody, so he just stopped having to call him by anything except Tony.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Tonys are stage, right? Plays.
Tony's, yeah, it's a stage. Yeah, stage.
He's received 2 Tony nominations.
Oh, shit.
So that's what it was. He was a stage
he's
actor.
probably been in a Tyler Perry movie.
Anyway,
I was listening to some
stage play.
I was listening to something the other day, and someone was like, "Is Brian Murphy the Tyler Perry of gay people?" Guys, leave it in the comments what you think of that.
That's amazing.
Is Brian Murphy the guy who produced this? Is he the Tyler Perry of queer people?
Of queer people.
I mean,
I don't think anybody on this panel is.
What if he's just the Tyler Perry of white people?
That question.
Was he just the time period of white people?
Oh,
Why does it gotta be queer people?
Because his
I mean,
style is so specifically queer.
I was good.
Glee.
Didn't he produce Glee?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the rest of his stuff isn't really. I mean, like American Horror Story. I wouldn't say that's gay coded.
I don't know. I would say
That's the gayest Zachary Quinto's ever gotten to act.
Zachary Quinto's probably said, "Let me go on this show so I could act some gay." I'd like
also
to do
true.
it.
Yeah.
He's probably like, because Zachary Quinto at that time could do whatever the fuck he wanted.
I do
Except tip a nigga when he drops a $36 fucking order pizza at your fucking house, Zachary.
Live long and eat a dick, Spock.
Fitzband says, I thought since it was optimized your system, you would still age to your prime and then stop.
No, fool.
So
No,
that's what I'm wondering because,
I have no
like
idea.
it reverses you to your prime. No, I think we got to go with I think you guys are right, and we got to go with what Antonio said. Time stops for you, so I think that girl's just fucked.
Yeah, I think she's fucked.
Until further notice, that girl is fucked, and maybe that's what we're gonna get going forward here, right? Like,
She hates her parents because of that,
right? Like, she can't age, she can't die, really. Like, she hates her parents.
Oh, she's gonna be a serial killer.
They figure out that she's got to keep, and we know this induces aggression. So, because we haven't seen one person that hasn't been more aggressive yet. So, I'm just thinking,
very true.
Maybe she does, like you said, just start ripping heads off of people and stuff.
That would be an interesting twist later, especially like sort of like extra tragic because we see that Agent Meyer wanted her to pass peacefully. Is like this is the life for her, and now from like altering science and like God's nature, she could end up turning into like this beautiful zombie psychopath murderer.
Beautiful zombie.
He was just sitting there like, God damn it, I was almost out of this family.
Like, yeah, I never told you, Dad, but your breath smells weird. It doesn't.
Can't divorce now.
It smells weird.
I would love it if we got like a Married with Children type sitcom, like right before he gets killed by his daughter. He's like, well, I should have gotten a divorce. And he gets his head ripped off.
We already had that part of this. She was like, I should fucked you. That's what I'm saying, dude. They did not like each other.
What was quote of the episode? Your old decrepit sperm.
Yeah, dude. Come on, man. That was weird.
And
somebody smarter than us has already looked up whether or not you can, like, who would be particularly responsible for this particular disease. Somebody way smarter than us has already looked that up.
I feel like if it was one of those that only men carry it or only women carry it, they would have mentioned it on the show.
Yeah, and if I was a doctor and I knew, I'd be like, I'm not telling them because as soon as I tell them, one of them is going to end up at the papers tomorrow.
They can Google it.
X2. Actually, we found that men carry the mutant gene, so actually, this is all his fault.
Oh yeah. X2. Yeah. That's pretty good. Then later on, the assassin forces Cooper. That's right. Meyer arranges for Cooper to access the NIH and collects DNA sample before the assassin and Jeremy ambush him and Jordan at the hospital.
Antonio.
The assassin forces Cooper to surrender by threatening Jordan, whom he reciprocates feelings for as they are both taken captive. Subsequently, Meyer, Juliana, and Joey all undergo the beauty procedure and reunite as a newly transformed family as Byron watches on proudly. Byron watches on proudly. I still attest that new Rebecca Hall is not as hot as original Rebecca Hall.
It needs to be said once every episode until this show is over and then 3 more weeks.
Poor lady. Poor young lady. Sorry, young
Month.
lady. They hating on you a lot.
It's Black History Month. We're going to respect.
Jess is beautiful, but it's Rebecca Hall.
Yeah. Sorry, young lady. You're not black. We're not celebrating that I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Look, I'm just going to say some women look better as they get older. Right? Maybe that's what we should say instead of saying this girl.
Actually, yes.
Ain't pretty as Regina Hall. Jesus Christ, that's a different black lady. Not passing.
Oh man.
Not passing. Yeah,
Not
Regina
passing,
Hall
really.
is not passing.
Regina
for
Hall,
white.
dog.
Also, I just got to say two things about the fight in the NIH. One, the fact that Jeremy, who's incel bitch, never been in a fight in his life, really took Jordan out. You're a trained operative, woman.
I'm with it, but Jeremy he's got to be 6'2".
Okay.
He's got to be 200, 6'2". We don't know what, you know what? This is another thing. Jeremy almost whooped, what's his name, ass.
Antonio.
Yeah.
Antonio.
So I'm thinking that, you know, Antonio, I mean, he might, we don't know, but he might have just been like always practicing kung fu or some shit.
Yeah, that would have
Like
been
in between crackdowns.
Well, no, that would be the sort of thing he'd be like, oh, girls like magic. I'll do that. Oh, girls like kung fu. I'll learn that.
Right. I'm saying
I can see that.
And that would have been something interesting to include in like that montage where we were trying to where we were seeing what his day to day was like. But it is kind of unbelievable that, you know, we know that she's trained because she's in the FBI. We don't know much about his training other than the short amount of time that he spent
Other
with,
than hot dogs.
you know, Antonio.
Facts.
And like I was just like, you know, maybe this time jump that I'm not familiar with, where he's been training him up on all this fighting and shit. But then I was like, well, no, it couldn't have been that much longer because
a couple days,
because of these agents.
Maybe a few weeks.
There's no way he could have been trained up to the point of being able to
Well,
fight
well,
the agent.
I'm going with
Well-
kung fu in his mama's basement. That's what I'm going with.
it could have been that we didn't see the training because we still don't know how long from when Jeremy got infected to when we met up with the present time. Remember?
Oh, that's a good.
We
point,
don't know. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, these could all be time hop.
The time, yeah, the
Because they've
time
done
has
some
been very
timey hoppy.
Yeah, they have not been keeping that. So that, and then my quote of the episode, Evan Peters, I'm gonna kick your ass quietly.
Okay, yeah, I did.
How many takes do you think that took for him to not burst out laughing?
Well, that was what made me realize they must have tried to cast Arnold Schwarzenegger. But what the absolute fuck are we talking about? What was that?
That scene did feel like an action movie line, but after that happened, I was like, well, this was an opportunity to like do something interesting with the sound design where, because like after that, then we start blaring action movie music like we're not focused on how
they're so cool when you cut the music during a fight scene.
Yeah,
and
but
it
then you
would
would
make sense for that scene.
The problem would have been that you would have realized it wasn't quiet at all because there was nothing quiet about.
That's the sound designer's problem.
No. It would have just been dead silent in that bit. They just had to cut all the sound, just leave room sound, because all you would have seen is just people moving around really hard and loud with nothing happening.
Yeah,
I thought about it immediately when it happened. I was watching, I was thinking, yeah, that's not quiet at all. Well, that's got to be why they put the music in there. It probably wasn't even supposed to be music there. It was just like, look,
we're gonna have to have
ain't no way we could. What was y'all thinking when y'all recorded this? Ain't no way to make loud, quiet.
The choreography should have been more thoughtful, because I did see some things in the choreography where they were one-eyed assassin knocks over a cup, and then we see Evan Peters like catch it before it hits the ground.
Yeah, so it couldn't.
Let me ask you a question.
Like, it wasn't thoughtful throughout the whole thing.
That was also a little too Spider-Man for me.
Why did they have to be quiet?
Because Evan wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah, neither one of them was supposed to be there.
Yeah, but if I'm the FBI,
you could just
and this
pretend like
is
you were
here
supposed
to kill
be there.
somebody. I'm just saying. If
Not just here to kill someone, just killed someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's here, but not only here, just did it. Right.
I can arrest him for this crime.
This is what they call when you have justified calls. Okay.
Yeah.
I have just cause
I think it was because,
or at least arrest
Yeah.
this dude. I'm gonna shoot him in his chest 3 times. He put the gun down and was like, "Oh, let's fight." No, I would have shot him.
Right? He's
let's
brown.
fight.
Officer.
Oh God,
Just
Alex,
follow-
we're not doing that.
Follow the rules.
We're not
Hey,
doing
wait 6 days before you say that. Anyway,
that
If I
today.
wait 6 days, there's gonna be another person who gets killed. Sorry, I'm just bringing down the mood here.
you're not wrong.
Niggas die every day, B.
But guys,
It was just ridiculous. And and Antonio using the dead body as a weapon.
Yes, and see, a weapon.
Throwing the dead body at him. Come
I
on.
think a weapon is a little overstating it. He used him like a big trash bag of some kind, or trash that he couldn't quite flip over a fence or something. Because I was like, "What is he doing?" He just picks up.
That feels like some In Living Color shit. It's like, is he 7 pounds? Like, how did
No,
you?
he's
Well, no,
Very
because again, people with the beauty are stronger.
they are,
That's true. That's true.
which is why I gave the W to Jeremy when it came to old girl.
But then Jordan's
He's
stronger too.
He's so much bigger than her. It don't matter how small. It don't matter how much you know or how well you are at fight, good at you are at fighting. Pound for pound is why they say pound for pound fighter.
Jackie Chan
Because
could
you-
kick Arnold Schwarzenegger's ass.
Jackie Chan and Arnold Schwarzenegger were damn near the same height.
One thing I thought after the scene with them, I will say one thing I thought. One thing that could have eliminated the questions is that if after he came up to her and just pointed the gun behind her, then we just cut to him taking her to the truck, because then we don't have to have any of these questions about like who is more trained, who is stronger or whatever. It's like, why do we
size,
have?
man?
I'm just saying, like,
If
why do we
somebody
have
who's 6'4"
Well,
is fighting somebody who's 5'4", there is no chance.
But beyond all that, like
Clearly, you haven't seen the epic film Sucker Punch.
Or whoop ass.
Beyond all that, did we need the fight? Like, narratively, did the fight do anything to move the story?
Yeah, I like it because yes, you know what it did? It gave this episode some love, some spice, some life.
No. He's asking, did we need the Jeremy Jordan fight?
Yeah, we did.
It was 2 punches.
Let me tell you something, man. This show is pretty goddamn boring without some action. It is pretty goddamn boring without some action because the transformations have gotten old as fuck, and they spend about.
Well, they're not even showing him anymore.
They showed this one.
They show them doing shitty yoga and flicking the lights.
And that's why I'm saying we don't need any of that. If we're not going to get the whole thing, we definitely don't need that.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you.
So I'm just saying,
no.
I know we're in agreement here. I'm just
Placed.
talking about how reason that I'm saying that it would be boring if it didn't have some action, and this needed it for sure because the last 2 episodes it's been like, I don't know if you want to call mass murdering, you know what I'm saying, a little action.
They've been very American.
Right, that was shorter than the damn fight scene between Jordan and Jeremy. It's just walk upstairs, everybody else dead already. Like those two, so those last 2 episodes have been pretty just chill, just informative. You know what I'm saying? Necessary, cool, informative. But I want to get back to this action that they kind of established the show with the first 3 episodes. So, I need. That's why that fight had to keep being added. Like that fight was back to back with Antonio's scene.
Yeah.
Antonio. So I feel like that's
Antonio.
why they had to have that fight.
Yeah. No, fair. That's
Also
fair.
gives Jeremy show you like Jeremy ain't no bitch either. Like he's not just with Antonio.
Antonio.
Like, he's also, he's able to handle himself. Because I feel like they've killed more people than they're showing so far by this point in their relationship.
Yeah,
I would assume.
Right.
Yeah, maybe we'll get like an Antonio Jeremy episode where we get like a full fleshed out like exploration of their relationship. And
Cool if it's musical, yeah.
And Rebecca Hall, if you're watching, feel free to come on the show and talk about the show.
If you would like to present some awards, we're cool.
If you want to be an awards presenter, there's still
How
time.
do y'all know she's not gonna be?
Tune in this Saturday.
Drunkies, baby.
Guys, let us know in the chat what you guys thought of this episode of The Beauty and what you guys think of the season so far.
Did you hate it? Did you like it? Did you hate us talking about it?
All comments are welcome, but we should move on to our last topic of the night.
Just hate us?
Hey, if they hate us because
they ain't us.
If they hate us, it means they've been watching.
Hey, thank you for watching.
You can't hate us unless you watch us. But we should move on to the last topic of the night, the season finale of A Night of...
A Night of the Whoop Whoop. Okay.
A Night of the Whoop Whoop. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, or is it a Night of the Nine Kingdoms? We'll talk about it in just a little bit. But I'm curious of what you thought of this episode, Jeff, before we get into the nitty and the gritty.
So I can finally see why people were talking about it and, leaning more into the comedy aspect of it. I'm still not sure how I feel about the shorter episodes compared to I haven't watched a single episode.
That's
not
one.
Trying to fix this screen here.
Yeah, I don't know what I did. But that's perfectly fine. I assumed that you haven't caught up. But
correct.
One day we'll be able to get you on this Game of Thrones train. But before you get out of here, do you want to tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs?
Of course. You can always try and Skype me at Don Cheadle's driveway at littledickie2.com. It's because of the
hackers.
Yep. You can try and find Jeff Madel on Facebook at MadelJeff on Instagram. But as usual, the easiest way is to be here on Mondays while I don't watch the shows.
Well, I appreciate you coming through and hanging out and talking about the beauty. We'll see you next week, my brother. Have a good night.
Asta. Have a good one, guys.
Peace.
All right. We are talking about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, episode 6, The Morrow. Lionel invites Dunk to move to Storm's End, but Dunk believes that he brings only bad luck. I did love this scene because it really shows how similar Lionel is with his great grandson, Bobby Baratheon.
Bobby Boucher Baratheon.
Bobby Boucher Baratheon.
That's what they call
him. Yeah, they call him Boucher.
Why you call him Bobby Baratheon? What are you doing?
Because
makes it really
I used
hard.
to call him Bobby Baratheon because they had Rob Baratheon and Rob Stark, and I was like, "Why y'all got two Robs? That's confusing."
That's
I'm gonna call
confusing
Rob
as just calling him something that don't nobody call him. Yeah, that's less confusing.
I mean,
his mama name him Robert Alex. I'm gonna call him Robert.
Everybody, Bob's short. Bob's short for
I know what
Robert.
it's short for. It's just like there's not enough names in this series to just throw a random.
They have 9 A gods,
and this one's Egg. So at least we don't have to. At least they threw us a bone.
I'm just doing what I can.
They threw us a bone, and here you go throwing a wrench in there with the bone, teeth all fucked up, biting in there.
But Bobby Baratheon is not
chewing on bones. Anyway, sorry.
Bobby Baratheon is not in this show, but yeah, he is fun-loving and
You
brash.
bastard.
He's fun-loving and he's brash and he's also sensitive and he's lonely and codependent.
Sensitive.
Well,
I don't think Bob. I mean, I just
sensitive
don't
and-
think Robert Baratheon was sensitive. I'm not saying this guy's not sensitive. I'm
Yeah.
just saying I don't think Robert Baratheon was sensitive.
he was sensitive in his own way. Like he was sensitive.
Narcissist.
He was sensitive in the sense where like he was very emotional. Like he loved Ned so much, and he was very nostalgic and like romantic about like their past. And he was very sentimental about their past.
Yeah, because he was a narcissist. That's why he
That's
thought
true.
he was. Hold on. That's why he thought he was in love with someone who didn't even like him. That's why he loved Ned, because Ned was his brother-in-law to be, but he didn't even know Ned like that. They got fostered off to somebody else for their years. So we don't even know if Ned actually liked Robert Baratheon, because he just did not. He just didn't do anything like that. And he talks about things in loving ways, but only as a narcissist, not as a sensitive person, but as in, I didn't get what I wanted. So
I'm
just saying, I think that this guy is a little bit more sensitive. I think that his grandfather is a little bit more sensitive. But also another thing that they share that you didn't mention is their boredom during peace. They both share that savage need to prove themselves in a way through battle. But I think that I got a theory on why that is. Sorry, go off, go away. No, my theory is that they are on not Castle Rock. What's the Storm's End? That's the castle that they got, right? At this point in the story. Storm's End is just like a rock on a bunch of water. There's nothing good there. It's a depressing place to live. It's isolated.
Yeah.
So that's my theory, is like, man, I just want to go kill somebody. Like, I'm gonna jump off this goddamn balcony. It's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm going, you know what? I'm gonna go. They say there's a tourney somewhere. I'm gonna go fuck some shit up. Or probably die. That would be cool. Like, that's how the Baratheons kind of, that's how they are.
And I did really enjoy how much like just how empathetic, or like, I don't know, like just wounded emotionally that Lionel was in this moment, because Dunk is mourning Baelar's death. He's like, man, he just risked his life. It's like, he happened to die. Lionel was like, he happened to die, but he didn't risk his life. He entered this fight knowing that no one was supposed to hurt him. Everybody else, we risked our lives.
Yeah, but I don't understand where you're getting this sentimentality. He's there because he wants to convince Dunk to come work for him. He's not there in any type of good pretenses. Like, he doesn't have anything. His entire intent is to manipulate this dude, because he knows he don't have a place to really live. He don't got no real place to stay. You know what I'm saying? You come with me and we'll fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Like,
but
I just feel like that's less.
One, he wouldn't try to manipulate him to come with him if he didn't want him around. Like, he cares.
But that doesn't mean that but that's what I'm saying. That's where we're disagreeing. I don't think that you have to care about somebody because you want to use them. I think he wants to use him like a tool. Like, I would care about my screwdriver or my electric drill more than I care about my screwdriver.
But to the second point, would you risk your life for a screwdriver?
Yes, I would if I first of all, hold on. You asked what I risk. You're asking would he why would he? Your point. I understand what you're saying. The dude risked his life because, one, he wanted to fight. He came there to fight. He wanted to be able to test himself. He mentioned this during the dinner when he was in the hall talking to Dunk. He wanted a reason to prove himself against the rest of these people. Two, nobody likes the Targaryens at this point in the story. So he wants to be able to get out here and fight. He's like, this dude's a little asshole. Fucking you out here. I like you. You know what I'm saying? I like you. You're a cool guy. But he also has wanted him to recruit him. He was trying to recruit him in the tent previously. Like, he has been trying to get this big, powerful motherfucker on his side. And then he's even more emboldened by that after the fight, because now I've seen what this guy can do. Now I've seen that this dude really is a knight. And now I really want him because, Alex, war is coming. Remember, he said that. War is coming. So his intent is not necessarily from good faith or a meaning of good feeling. I think it's more self-serving than what you gathered from it, which is why I think it's interesting that you gathered that, because for me it's 100% completely different. It's self-serving, self-centered, narcissistic.
He's definitely.
I'm not saying you don't think he's those things. I'm talking about this intent in this moment is completely that, and and lacks all of, just like a pimp. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like a pimp right here. He acting like he loved this nigga, but he don't love this nigga. This nigga is a tool to get out there and give me my goddamn money.
All right. Baylor's body is cremated at his funeral. Makar informs Dunk that Arian will spend the time in the Free Cities to atone. Then he laments that Baylor would have been a good king and invites Dunk to live in Summerhall, where Egg can be his squire. Dunk declines, which Egg overhears. This is classic hero shit. A hero declines the call to action to accept, only to accept it later. But I did love their
dynamic. Declined it twice.
Yeah,
in this season, probably a little much, but
yeah, like it's like pretty much any time Duncan is called to do something, he's reluctant about it. And they always say, like, a reluctant hero is. A reluctant leader is a hero. Of someone who wants to be a leader is a megalomaniac. But
president of the United States. In the book, I must point out that he doesn't turn him down immediately. Like, that's not a part of it. So, just want to point that out. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm wrong, put it in the comments.
The little bit of like back and forth that goes on throughout this episode?
What part of the back? What do you mean?
Well, like, he gets offered to be Egg's squire.
Oh no, I mean they had to do that for time. To stretch it out, because it was only a 31-minute episode, in which I'm assuming that's probably actually 20-something minutes because of the trailer. I mean, not the trailer, but the oh no, I don't know if they include the back end where they do like the podcast.
Oh yeah, the podcast. Yeah, that's like an extra 6 minutes.
I don't know if they include that, but still, couldn't have been that long. Couldn't have been the entire 31 minutes. We're just watching TV. So I just feel like watching the show for that entire time, I feel like they had to stretch it out a little bit. Otherwise, we're sitting here talking way more shit about this show because we only get a 20-something minute episode on the season finale of one of the biggest shows, one of the most anticipated shows in the last 3 years. Let me tell you something. This show has gotten a lot of capital for that, because there should be a lot more conversation about how that is not good and how that was cheating the fan in some kind of way. Because
you think it was a cheat to only have 30-minute episodes?
I think it was a cheat to have 6-episode season with only 30-minute, 40-minute top was I think the first episode was 40 minutes. The rest were below that the entire season, and they went lower each episode. So yes, I think that is a huge problem for not just this series, but this society that is Hollywood. Like, you cannot make money as the crew, as the director, as the producers, as the actors, if you do this kind of filmmaking, television making going forward. And this is what their plans are. This is what the Bob Igers of the world were warning you of 5 years ago. And so, yes, I do see it as a huge problem. Huge problem.
Yeah, I'm not sure like what the extensive, like the extent of like the working days for the production or anything like that.
Fewer episodes, fewer working days.
No, that's not necessarily a 1-to-1, because this seems like a very big, extensive.
If they had 10 episodes of this, there would have been more working days for this. There would, I mean, if you have more episodes, you would definitely have more working days.
The big question is,
do
you prefer Mando and Grogu or Duncan and an egg and cheese sandwich?
Why is that a question?
I'm just asking.
Oh, because I was like, that ain't
big
got
dude,
nothing to
big
do
dude,
with
little-
what we were just talking about.
big dude, little dude. Like who's your?
I mean,
big
to
dude,
me,
little
those
dude?
are no comparisons.
I mean, well, it's
Because
yeah.
to me, there's no real That's not real comparison because one of our characters, one of the characters in Mando and Grogu doesn't talk, so that makes it like basically one guy talking to another thing, really, and
Yeah.
that's why Pedro
It's a different
Pascal got
dynamic.
a lot of. That's why Pedro got a lot of love for the performance.
Mm.
He's really just performing with a puppet, and he's carrying the entire series because it's basically just him, which is why they stopped even having him in the motherfucking suits. Like, well, even they actually really need you here. We just need you to say stuff. So, like, can you just? Because I know you're busy doing all that stuff over there in the other studio.
Yeah.
with the stretchy person thing.
Yeah.
But
and also The Last of Us and The Materialist and 6 other things you did last year.
The only reason he couldn't do this was anyway. Point being, I think that those aren't really fair comparisons. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to compare them. I mean, like this one is completely different. I know this story as well. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea where they're going with Grogu. Or
Mando and Grogu. Yeah,
never heard about that kind of story before that. You know what I'm saying? So it's two totally different vibes. I mean, to me, this is like more of a buddy cop film or type vibe than it is like father and son or even a like what do they call it, apprentice type role.
Yeah, this is obviously a parallel. Like, only reason I asked that because we get the lone wolf and cub parallel a lot in movies, with like we mentioned Mando, Grogu, Last of Us, another Pedro Pascal show, ironically, where we get
not ironically,
Wolverine and
overbearingly
Wolverine and pick a person, Jubilee, Shadow Cat. It's just always an interesting dynamic having this older gruff person and this young innocent person who reminds them of their own humanity. I think we're just getting a little bit more of a taste of that, and especially I love that ending scene of the finale where we see Dunk and Egg riding off into the field, and we see Arlen riding behind them on what's his name, Sweetfoot,
Sugarfoot,
riding in the back. I'm just gonna go with Sugarfoot. That's the best.
You don't know that I'm wrong.
Where he's riding in the back, and we see him trail off, and obviously he sold it to Raymond after he just married a prostitute. But I thought that was like a sweet moment that he, like, all these little things of him letting Arlen go. And
I don't think he let him go. I think he very much so is going to be a big part of where we go on next season. I think he's not big part, but I think he's going to play a part of in the same way. We don't know anything about Dunk's past still. And he spent most all of his time with Arlen. So I think we will see him again. I think it's more so of a sign that, like, hey, this guy is kind of on. He's going to always be with him in a certain kind of way.
Yeah, we did see in the flashback that Dunk asked Arlen why he was never knighted, but he doesn't receive an answer.
Because he was asleep?
Yeah, like he was sleeping with his eyes open. I assume that he was dying from like the self-inflicted wound from the knife that he slept on. And we were about to get like the death that we saw at the beginning of the episode.
I know why you feel that way, but Dunk was a child when that happened. He was a grown man.
Oh yeah,
when
yeah.
It happened. So,
that's true.
Or at least he was older.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah,
He's probably just dying from being old or chlamydia. Well, I don't think they got that in Game of Thrones. So
yeah, it's probably something else. Like
it's probably something else.
Yeah, the wart of the poppy or some shit.
Wart in his poppy.
It's too late for the drop. But this was then later we see
flashback.
Darren tells Dunk that he should mentor Egg to prevent him from becoming like Arian. Egg discovers that his hair is regrowing. He takes a knife to Arian's bedroom, but Maker calms him down.
Makar.
This was an interesting scene because we clearly see that Egg's white hair is a trigger that reminds him of the abuse he received at the hands of Arian, and just like almost even like reminding him what he like the potentially bad person that he could be if he stays in this family. What did you think of that scene, like specifically?
He was just going to try to kill Arian.
But he decides to do it right after he sees this.
No. I think he had already decided he was going to do it. It's just that is just something they want you to realize. Like, he definitely sees the negative in the hair and doesn't want other people to see the hair. He still plans on leaving with Dunk. Like, he's just like, oh, I'm about to go kill this nigga. Because you could even say that the hair is even a reminder that Arian fucked all this shit up for him. Like, I had everything going good. Here your ass came in, fucking shit up like you always are, because you're weird. Right?
Yeah.
And then he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna just go in here and fuck your shit up like you always threaten to fuck my shit up. What you gonna do? You gonna jump up out the bed and get me? No. Fucking shouldn't have. He should be dead, to be honest with you. I don't know how he didn't cut his femoral artery when he was cutting his joint up like that in last episode. So Dunk cut his leg all up right where your femoral artery is. Don't know how he missed it.
He had the good.
It must be in a different spot in Game of Thrones universe.
He had the good maesters. That's
no, it should be in a different. He would have bled out right there, there and then.
Yeah,
It must be on your butt in the Game of Thrones universe.
Yeah, Westeros is in a different place.
It's in a different place, man. Your heart is in your back and shit. But yeah,
I did like how Lionel was talking to Dunk's maester. He's like, "Don't worry about him. He's terrible." It
was maester. Lionel's maester, but he was saying that he's shit.
Yeah,
but remember, Baelor said, "Fetch my maester for Dunk." I guess when his brain fell out the back, they just didn't even bother to do that anymore. Like, that kind of only held up if he was alive.
It's like, I don't have to keep doing that.
I actually don't have to talk to you. I mean, really, I don't got to fuck with this nigga no more. You see, he's dead. But you.
Dunk asked Makar if Egg can squire for him on the road, which Makar refuses because he's like, my child would not live like a peasant. Raven,
my child is peasant. That's how you said it right there. That was good.
Thank you. Raven buys Sweetback, Sweetfoot, Sugarfoot back for
Sugarfoot, Sweetback.
That's the what you call it movie.
No. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know what
Mario Van Peebles movie. Sweetback.
Look, don't ever disrespect Mario Van Peebles like that.
Hey, he's the one who named the movie.
But we're talking about a horse now, and so that's what made it weird. Is for me. I was just like, Sweetback. Oh,
Sugarfoot.
Sugarfoot.
Yeah, he buys Sugarfoot back for Dunk. Who then gifts her to Raven. As Dunk leaves Ashford, Egg arrives.
He gifted him a. Nigga, are you giving me? This guy got a lot of gifts this episode. He got a horse
and a Mario Van Peebles DVD.
No, and a baby.
Oh yeah, he got him
got him a bitch with a baby already in it.
Oh man, that was a really funny moment.
Question: was this his wife beforehand, or his fiance beforehand, or after? Which one do you think?
Is definitely
like before they got to this tourney, or after?
After, because
you think that he got married to the bitch during the tourney?
Because he had said that he got injured during the tourney, and then she came. Like all the maesters were busy, so she came to patch him up, and then he's like, she took off my armor, and then well,
Then I immediately touched her and got her pregnant.
Yeah. And then I was like, she's like, oh yeah, it feels like a boy. It's like, yo, we're just together. But I like the moment that she had with Dunk because he had obviously seen her before.
Yes, I like that too. It just ain't making no goddamn sense.
That's because you have common sense. Raymond does not.
No, but I'm like, there's no way this nigga thinks that this is how this works, right?
Well, he thought that the bees was magic.
We thought that was.
He thought the bees was magic.
That's because his people come from, you know, everything that nigga did and said was based off of apples and orchards and shit.
Yeah.
So that's why they thought that the bees was magic, because they bring fortune to their goddamn stupid ass shit.
But that's one thing that I do like.
Nigga drinking cider and you can drink a real beer, nigga, or some real mead. But actually, if I'm gonna drink back then, instead of if I would choose between mead and cider,
I'd probably choose cider.
Cider me up.
But it is interesting, like how much people can learn.
Will learn, should learn.
We see that Dunk is very sheltered because he's in this bubble with Arlen's studies. We see that Raymond's very much in a bubble with his family life, with
his family tree.
Rim shot. But people like, you know, Rowan, who is a whore. She shouldn't know nothing but about Horn, but she has been able to acquire a lot of knowledge. Like she knows about the
Why
bees.
wouldn't you? No, you see, that's where you be messed up, Alex, because you hate women. But you don't realize they be around.
I hate that recurring joke.
All so things. They be around all men of all walks of life, receiving all the information. And one thing black folks should know more than anybody is people will say things around people who they feel are less than without any feel of need to keep things PC or secret or quiet, because they see you as like a desk lamp. They don't see you as somebody who's really there. So horrors, or especially at this time, would have been around all types of conversations, types of thoughts that would have been going around. Dudes expressing their whole lives to them. Professors, scientists, you know, educators and educated. All been, and most people who can afford a whore, right, are going to be people with money, higher status. So I would say you can't really speak to what they. You can't assume that they know nothing. And clearly, she knew no more. All you got to know is more than this nigga. In this situation, I'm saying in this situation, all you had to know was like 2 + 2 = 4. Because if he touched her head, he said she got pregnant. It's amazing.
Yeah, he's definitely an idiot. Just to say that, like, even back in the Game of Thrones original series, they always showed the prostitutes as being more like industrious and being able to acquire knowledge that is readily acceptable, but other people are just like willfully ignorant. They're
they're smarter than most everyone in the entire show, because most people don't have access to anything, as opposed to where they get every walk of life into their life at all times, mixed with the street knowledge that they already have. They're probably the most knowledgeable people and well-versed people in the entire series.
They should be writing
just like in real life, by the way.
They should be writing the book on the 7 kingdoms, which brings me to my last point.
9 kingdoms.
Which brings me to my last point. How do we never realize that there's 9 kingdoms?
Well, you never realized, because it's a common thing in the Game of Thrones community, online fandom. Not amongst me, but it's a common thing that nerds have debated for years. Like, how is it just 7 when you have 2 other Westerosi areas that have already declared their, well, 2 that have already, because it's the Iron Kingdoms and then
I'm not sure which ones they consider.
I'm telling you, the Iron Kingdoms, they're all official. That's what. But the Iron Kingdoms, remember, they weren't under that at first, under Aegon the First. Aegon the Conqueror conquered the 7 kingdoms that existed at the time and brought them all under one banner, except for Dorne. Dorne didn't come until later, which made it this full 7.
This is like a Big Ten situation.
More like a Pac-12 situation.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's like, yeah, we're not gonna change
because the Pac-10 used to be the Pac-10, but then they added 2 teams, so it was the Pac-12. But then now recently they just lost a bunch, so it's like that because they gained 2 countries, but then nobody ever changed the name.
Yeah.
But then they lost 2. But I mean, so technically they lost to when they come out when they keep the name. It's a weird situation. Nobody is listening to this.
Book of Scars and Purse said, I think that the Iron Kingdom is under custody of the North.
It is under what do you call it? Yeah, like custody, stewardship, because that's why Greyjoy hates them. But that doesn't happen until right after the Baratheon rebellion, right? Because Ned then condemns what's his name's dad to the Night's Watch because they went against the North. I mean, because they went against the king, right? So they're the stewards of the North. Ed is, so he has to go over there and put out this rebellion,
right? Yeah, like there's the lore of,
and I think Jamie was there too. Jamie Lannister, I think, was there too.
Yeah, the lore of Westeros and Easteros are very rich. Even though this show, obviously, or these shows haven't been around as long as Star Wars, it seems like they've gone through a similar arc of people thinking that it's the best thing in the world to thinking that it sucks to thinking that the prequels suck and now it's good again, like with Andor. So
sorry, I'm just popping my jaw, people.
So it's a very very interesting arc that these 2 franchises have gone through, but I'm really enjoying this show. I'm excited to see what the next season of House of the Dragon is going to bring, and I'm very excited to see what Duncan Egg and Cheese is going to bring to the next season of A Night of the Nine Kingdoms.
If you guys are, yes, who knows if they're going to keep that?
Yeah, you think it's a Thunderbolts?
Who knows?
Avengers situation.
Who knows? I do want to point out that there was a situation in here where they talked about Tarth, and they were saying something about him going there, and I just want to something about Dunk going to Tarth, or maybe he should check out Tarth or something like that. Brienne
of Tarth
is the one that's from Tarth, and I don't know if maybe it was Terry who was like, no, I don't think that's where she's from, or that Dunk is her relative, but because Dunk, spoiler alert, Dunk ends up becoming a member of the Night's Watch, which you can't have kids if you're a member of the Night's Watch. But what if, which is this is also a thing that's been talked about for years, way before the show. What if Brienne of Tarth, who is rumored in the book to be of Duncan the Tall's lineage, or no, at least his ancestor, but if he never fucked nobody, how the hell do he have ancestors when he don't know none of his family members?
Right. You know, but it's funny that you bring that up because Brienne and Dunk are very similar, like personality wise. So that would be really, really interesting. I don't really like that kind of stuff, like, you know, as far as lore goes, because it feels like the universe is very small, like everybody's related to everybody. But it would make sense with their characters. Like their characters are very, very similar.
It doesn't make everybody related to everybody because Brienne of Tarth isn't like Tarth is isolated and you don't ever see Tarth. Like you never really deal with Tarth itself in the show. She is like an orphan as far as you see it. You know, you don't see her family, you don't see her family crest, you don't. Well, I'm just saying, so you don't see her as a connected to anyone. what I'm saying is not a confirmed thing.
Mhm.
It is
Right, it's a
it's not even
rumor.
about lore. It's just a rumor
Mhm.
within the lore.
Right.
So this is actually kind of dropping breadcrumbs. And I'll tell you what puts the bow on it is that the final scene of Game of Thrones, who is writing the events of what's taking place in the book that has all the knights. What are they? Knights. Oh, I was gonna say Knights Templar, but the Knights Watch. Not Night Watch. What are they?
All the Knights of the Seven Kingdoms.
Anyway, yeah, the people who protect the king.
Nice Watch.
Night's Watch is in the north. But anyway, the Night's Watch are the ones who go to the wall. But anyway, doesn't matter. The ones who watch the king, they all get their names when their good deeds go in a book. She finishes the series, Brienne writing in the book of about good deeds. Earlier in that series, they talked about how Jamie and little shithead Prince boy were talking about Sir Duncan. He goes, "Oh, Sir Duncan, he has
almost 5 pages.
Almost 5 pages. He must have been a great man." He says, "So they say." So her finishing up that scene and them showing that he was from Tarth, you pointing out that their relationship is similar in how they are developed as characters. I'm just trying to tell you, it's all there. It's all there. Gerson Purse says, "Well, damn, this thing's freezing on this side."
Here, let me pull it up over here. So Books Gerson Purse said, well, he may have been a busy bee and pollinating left and right
during his travels. Yeah, I think it's even in the book that he might have had a relationship with Dunk's sister or something like that. I don't know.
Well, as far as adaptations,
Kingsguard, that was the answer to our question.
Thank you very much.
Shout out to the Real Talk. Is that what the Real Rake? What's this? The Realk? The Realk? The Realk. How are you doing?
Hi. But yeah, I'm not sure how. Damn, I completely forgot. I was good.
Kingsguard.
No, it was before the Kingsguard shit. But
we were talking about Brianna Tarth connections.
Oh yeah, I don't know how how much that's gonna come into play. Again, it's not gonna really add anything for me. If they are related, and it does kind of shrink things where you're just oh, you remember that character? They're related to this other character that you like. That's this in this universe. It's it doesn't really mean as much to me. It doesn't make me enjoy the world more. But I'm already in love with the richness of this lore and excited to see where they're gonna go with this show in the next season.
But you also have no idea about any of the things that we're talking about as far as past goes. I'm telling you that part. You're not realizing that part. So, you know what I'm saying? You're not in the show going, oh, because you don't know any of that backstory. So, yeah it's not going to matter to you because you don't know the backstory.
Not beyond that. I don't care that Rey is, related to Palpatine.
Yeah, but you had you had nothing. So look, Darth Vader, then would you have cared that's Luke's? No. My point is, hold on. My point is, that's different. No, I'm saying that is different. No, it's a rhetorical question. I'm not asking you because my point is, you already know the answer to that question. It's different, yes, and that's why it's also different here because you already know this lineup of information, and there is no past information to refer to. You're basically in that same situation but you're in a situation where there is information to refer to. You don't have that information, so you're not experiencing it the same as someone who has had that information for years without any answers to those said questions. Now you're getting little sprinkles of answers to that said question. Yeah, you're not going to experience it the same way as someone who's been reading the books and reread the books for what they've been out for damn near 15 years now or something, or over 15 years now. So yeah, you're definitely not going to feel the same way. But I think you definitely would feel differently if you had these plot holes that you were exploring for these years. Like, wait a minute, but this don't make sense. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or why do these motherfuckers keep saying? You'd be like, I get mad every time somebody says that Brianna Tarf is Duncan Mattal's relative because he couldn't have had a relative because he couldn't have a kid. And then you would be the only, you know what I'm saying? You'd be one, but then people are going against you for years. And now here's a breadcrumb leading towards one way or the other.
Right.
So
in that case, I'm very glad that I did not read ahead of the class and I can stay in the present, not.
Well, you're not reading ahead of the class. Those people aren't reading ahead of the class. They've just been waiting for this to happen for years and years.
I'd say reading ahead of the class is just like a pejorative for people who've read the source material, y'all know what happens next. But guys, let me know in the comments what you think the show is going to do next. Like, because when it comes to adaptation, like we said before, you can change shit. We've already seen them change shit in this show so far. So let us know what you think they'll do in the next season.
We didn't see this because
Simulation Present says have been jumping on and off. I don't know on the stream, but have y'all seen Dreaming
Whilst Black yet? I haven't yet. Saw the thing. Haven't watched it yet. We'll share it. We'll be watching it. I will be watching it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I'll check that out. Bill, any final thoughts on this season before we get out of here?
Oh no, you know what? I don't have any final thoughts for this season for me to share tonight. I will be sharing them though on Thursday on the Bantha Bunch show. Make sure y'all come out, check it out, hang out with your boy. It's gonna be, oh excuse me, I almost burped. It's gonna be quite a good time.
Have you ever had the thought, hey, I don't have a shirt on? Well, then you should consider perusing through the Drunk Banthas merch store. Just head over to the store tab on our YouTube channel to check out all of our very cool merch. There's legitimately a lot of cool shit there. Oh, I probably shouldn't say shit in a commercial. Well, but anyways, head to the Drunk Banthas merch store where we have hats, hoodies, shirts, mugs, and a whole bunch of other cool shit with our stupid name on it. Stay safe, my little Banthas, and may the force be with you.
Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to the Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, but don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, Letterboxd, likewise, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little Jeremys, and may the force be with
the drunkies. Come on.
This
Saturday, 28th of this Saturday, 3 p.m. Pacific.
Oh, no, yeah, 28th. Yes.
28th, this Saturday, 28th. Don't do that. 28th, this Saturday, 3 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Pacific time this Saturday.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.